Something like pooped on my thing here. Look at that. What's the deal with that? That must have just happened. I don't want to grab that. That's like a bird just did it. I don't have anything to wipe that off with. Well, that's a first. Okay, we're not going to grab that thing. Hey, this is Russ. I'm back out on the road again, riding something I have not ridden except for once. Yeah, I'm on the Rad Mini Step Through 2. Yeah, this is my wife's bike actually. Just like all the others, I need to lower the battery on this one too. So today, as many other Saturdays, my wife and I went to the grocery store on our bikes, but she took the Ocelot Pro from Magicycle. Yeah, first time riding it for her. And so I said, well, I'll just hop on the Mini because I need to lower this battery as well. I'll show you guys in a second here. We'll get past everybody here and I'll show you what the bike looks like. So I have some comments about the bike as well. So let's go over here where we're not in anyone's way. And they can clearly see us. Alright, so this is a step-through bike. Let me just turn around here real quick. Set the kickstand. Alright. Let me get my shadow out of here. Yeah, so this is the Rad Mini Step Through 2. Yeah, you know, the seat is angled too much. You got the nose sticking way too high, not good for a guy. But that's how it originally came, and I haven't adjusted it. Now that's not the seat my wife usually uses. She uses a women's style bikeroo, but she has a suspension post on there, and that post is too short, and I totally compress it because I'm too heavy. So yeah, I don't want to ride it with that. So I put on the original seat post with the original saddle on there. But they angle those things way too much. I like angling that down a little bit further. So yeah, this is no longer available. They replaced this one with the Rad Expand 5, I guess they call it. And so originally, my wife, I told her that the Rad Mini probably would be best suited for her. But then what happened was they started discontinuing this bike. Let me get back on here. And so we got a notice from Rad. This was early this year. They said that, you know, if you don't order these bikes now, you're not going to get one. So we ordered it using a good chunk of the money that was given to us because you kind folks had purchased Rad Power Bikes using the discount code save yourself $50. Well, when you do that, Rad gives us $50 as well. That's the referral. So we had enough money to buy this bike with it, but we were shy by about $250, something like that. So I asked her, do you want to get the Rad Expand 5 or do you want to get this one? If we get the Rad Expand 5, we just save a little bit longer and we'll be able to get it and don't pay anything. But she said no. She said she'd rather have the Rad Mini because it has a front suspension and has a whole bunch of other things too that the Rad Expand 5 does not have. So that kid was not looking where he was going. I thought he was going to run right into me. He had a fishing rod with him sticking way out in the other direction. So we ended up getting this bike using the funds that was given to us from Rad Credit, essentially. Since that time, you know, we've had a whole bunch of other people buy Rad power bikes as well. We've had enough to be able to get several other bikes, which my sister ended up getting. And that's how many people used my discount code, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I only took this bike out once since we had it, just to make sure the bike was working fine for her before I gave it over to her. And then I haven't been on it since. So today is only the second time I've ever ridden this bike. And so I have some comments to make about this bike since I've had many other bikes to ride now since this bike was purchased. So this bike also claims 750 watts. No way. No way. Compared to the Magicycles and virtually every other bike that we have that's in the fleet right now, this one does not have the same amount of power. Doesn't move as quick. I think the Rad Rover 5 actually moves faster than this bike. Now that's the one thing I miss on my Rad Rover 5, and also the original Magicycle that had the mechanical disc brakes. The Texturals have the bell right at the trigger finger. I really miss that. Now I've used the little bells and stuff that's off on, you know, on the handlebars, because once you go to the hydraulic brake, they don't give you the bell on there. So I had to add separate bells now onto the handlebars. So yeah, this bike might claim the 750, but it's not 750. It definitely feels like a 500 that maybe peaks at 750, and if you look at the power meter, it'll tell you it's 750 when I blast it down here. Yeah, it looks like I may have already depleted the battery to where I need it to be already. It's because we rode earlier, and then I'm riding now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, head back home, swap this bike out for the Ocelot Pro. So we'll finish off what we can down here, and then I'll finish off the video with the Ocelot Pro, because I need to lower that battery as well. So here's the interesting thing, okay? We didn't ride that many miles on here between the grocery store and then what I've been riding now. Yet I'm down to fourth bar out of 5 on the battery meter. That's because I'm a heavy rider, and it eats up the battery faster. Now, my wife, she weighs literally nothing. She's less than half my weight, and oh, this is cool. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that on the motorcycle, but in the back of the motorcycle was a skeleton. A full-size skeleton. He has the skeleton as his passenger on the back of his motorcycle. I don't know if you saw that, but hopefully you did. So anyway, we went to the Fox River Trail that one time. I took the Engwe. She took this Rad Mini Step Through 2. She rode with me 40 miles on that trail. Pedaled the entire time. The only time she ever uses her throttle is from the dead stop. If she stops, she uses the throttle to start her, and then she pedals the rest of the way. So she's a totally pedaler. And she usually will pedal at PAS 2 or 3, I think. So 3 maybe, I'm not sure. And she dropped it down only 2 bars. She was able to keep 3 out of the 5 bars on the battery. So when you get the reports of, you know, our batteries can go 40 miles or 60 miles, yeah, it's actually true. She can do it. I wouldn't doubt she could do 60 miles on her battery. Now, I'm already down 1 bar. We've probably only traveled what, 10 miles at most at this point? At most, maybe 8, 8 to 10 miles. So obviously your weight plays a major factor in the fact that I'm throttling this versus pedaling it. You know, I've been throttling a lot more than I even normally throttle, which is a lot, because I'm trying to drain the batteries down to 70% level for winter storage, right? So yeah, if you throttle, if you don't pedal, if you're heavy, if you're going up hills, slight inclines, yeah, it's going to affect your range. Absolutely will. So yeah, we don't want to we don't want to do that on a normal basis. You want to preserve your range a little bit. I know a lot of times I say things wrong, and the reason my pronunciation is wrong is I can't hear myself when I'm talking a lot of times because the wind blows up against my ears, and I literally cannot hear myself talking to myself, so I tend to mispronounce words that way. Sorry about that. Normally I'm not that bad. Just when I can't hear myself talking. So I had my sweatshirt on, I had my long sleeves on, I had my little golf shirt thing on, tennis shirt, whatever you want to call it. I got rid of the sweatshirt. Today is going to get warmer. It's probably close to maybe 69 degrees right now. So I got rid of the sweatshirt and just am wearing the UV rated shirt along with the golf shirt. And my vest, of course. I always wear my vest. Alright, I'm going to go pick up the other bike. Stay tuned. We'll finish off this ride with the Ocelot Pro. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, we've got the Ocelot Pro out now. Yeah, you know, they kind of have similar looks to it, right? But I'll tell you, this thing has a lot more pep to it. This one's a true 750 watt motor that peaks out a lot higher than that. So this one moves fairly quickly. Let's get on this one and go. Something like pooped on my thing here. Look at that. What's the deal with that? That must have just happened. I don't want to grab that. It's like a bird just did it. I don't have anything to wipe that off with. Well, that's a first. Okay, we're not going to grab that thing. I don't think that's ever happened before. Bird pooped on my handlebar, on my hand grips, while I'm showing you the bike. Alright, well, we gotta clean that off. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm back on the road again. Yeah, I had to get some type of sanitizing wipe for that. That's never happened before. Anyway, well, we know what the title of this video will be. Bird pooped on my handlebars. Yep. Well, between the two bikes, there's a world of difference. This bike just goes so much faster and has so much more pep. An incredible difference between the two. Now, I asked my wife if she felt any difference between riding this Ocelot Pro and the Rad Mini Step Through 2, and she said, no, same thing to me. Well, it's probably because she's pedaling the entire time. She did say that she had to use pedal assist level 4 on this bike. I had changed the levels of this bike. As you know, I have 9 levels of assist now on this bike, so level 4 might be closer to level 3 on her Mini while pedaling, because on the Mini there's only 5 levels, but this one has a lot more pep. I don't think she notices it because, you know, she's just riding like she normally rides. She said it felt exactly the same to her, one way or the other, didn't make a difference. I'll tell you, if you have more riding experience, you will tell the difference between the two. I'm telling you that right now. She can't tell the difference, but like I said, she doesn't ride the bikes that much. She only goes out grocery shopping with it, and she's done. So it's just several miles, you know, there and back, and then she's done. So the only time she's really ridden the bike long is when we've gone on these trips where we've taken the bikes and we went to Wisconsin and the like. So she doesn't do what I do. For me, I notice every little nuance on these bikes. And especially since now we have several different bikes to try out, I can tell the difference between one bike to the next. Now again, here I'm essentially just using throttle. I'm pedaling every now and then just to see how it feels, but even if you just use the throttle, this thing has a lot more pep. Keep in mind too, this thing has 95 Newton meters of torque. I don't think the Rad comes anywhere close. Yeah, does not even come close. Yeah, it's a good day today. It's got to be in the 70s right now. Probably like 70, 71, something like that maybe. So I've got several bikes to work on. I hope to try to get a good chunk of that done today. Now my daughter and son-in-law are coming over a little later today, so I can't ride all day long. And then we're all going out to dinner. Yeah. We're going to Texas de Brazil. You guys know what that is? Yeah, it's a Brazilian all-you-can-eat steak place, right? We've been there before. My daughter took us there once before. Now it's our turn. We're taking them there. Thing is, my wife doesn't eat a whole lot of meat. Yeah, so she's not going to even partake in any of that. She's just going to have the salad bar, which is fine. I mean, she eats mostly salads now anyway. It's not that she doesn't eat meat. It's just that she's not a huge meat eater in general. So let's take a right over here. So she says she'd never get the money's worth out of it. Plus she doesn't feel good when she eats that much meat anyway. So the three of us though, we're gonna eat it. So I'm kind of hungry right now. I didn't eat hardly anything for breakfast. I don't intend to eat anything for lunch. So that leaves dinner. Yeah, we're gonna eat our fill's worth. It's not good for you, I know, but you don't do it all the time. Yeah, if you've never been to a Brazilian steakhouse, you should give that a try one day. It's definitely an experience. You know, the guys come around, they call them the gauchos. They come around with these skewers of meat, and they just cut off slices for you. And then they put a little red light, green light system by a card on your table. If your card, let's turn back here. I don't know. I don't know if we can cut through here or not, but I'm gonna do it. Just got to head back to where we came. So if you want them to give you meat, you have the little red, little green card up. When you want them to stop bringing meat, you put the red card up, so then you can eat what they've given you. And then when you're done with that, put the green card back up. They'll come back with more meat. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting experience. It's expensive. It's not cheap. I think what is it? $55, $56 a person, I think it comes out to. I think the salad bar is cheaper. The salad bar is probably like 29 or something. It's still expensive for salad, quite frankly, but that's where we're going afterward. Overall, this Ocelot Pro is a pretty nice bike. I think this will be one of their more popular bikes. Between this and the Cruiser, I think they'll sell more of these. I'm guessing this is going to be more popular than the Cruiser. And the reason is because it's a true step through, and it's a smaller bike. It's not huge, and like a Cruiser is pretty large. So my wife is 5'4". She was able to ride this bike no problem. Yeah. And if you're taller, you can ride it too. It's got a pretty tall seat post, but I would say up to 6 feet tall, maybe. I think they claim 6'2", but that might be pushing it. Really, if you are that tall and you want to buy this bike, you can still do it. If you feel it's a little short for you, just get a taller seat post. I looked into the price of seat posts after I talked about it last time. They're not that expensive. Between $10 and $20. Yeah, you can get different heights of seat posts for 10 and 12. Of course, the longer ones will cost more. It's more material, right? So let's say under $20, you can get the seat height that you want. You could do that for any bike. You just got to make sure you get the correct diameter seat post, and then get the length that you need in order to fit your size. I'm 5'10", and the post that comes with this fits me pretty well. So that's why I'm saying if you're like 5'2" or 6'2", I'm sorry, it might be a little short in my opinion. In which case, I would just go out and buy another seat post. We're on cruise control right now. I'm hitting 27.7 miles per hour. I just hit 28.1, 28.6. 28.8, 28.8 is our high. So we go pretty fast. Yeah. That's pretty good. How's my battery thing going? Yeah, I think we're down. I think that's enough. I just needed to run it. That's 2 bikes down in one day. I think what I'll do is I'll take the... what do I have left to do? I think the only thing I have left to do now is the Magicycle Cruiser. I got 2 batteries of the Cruiser to do. I might be able to finish it today. Yeah. If I finish these battery drains down today, then by tomorrow, I can actually do actual rides to wherever I want to go. You know what? Why even bother to drain that? I'm going to need those batteries if I'm going to do some regular riding tomorrow. Yeah, and then when I'm done with it, I'll just charge it up to the 70% level. And then I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, because I think that is the only bike left. I've already done the other bikes already. So yeah, I think starting tomorrow we should be able to do our own stuff, do the rides we'd rather go and do things rather than having to hang around the streets around here. I'm sorry for you guys having to endure this entire time with me too, but like I said, I need you guys to keep me company. That's why I record them. It gives me somebody to talk to while I'm riding. I know you're physically not here, but I know that eventually you do get to see it and hear it. So I talk to you guys just like I talk to anybody else, right? People have mentioned to me before that they've had wives who have told them, this guy sounds like he's just talking to you. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. It's like I'm just talking to you guys. You guys are my buddies while we're riding. Hopefully I'm your buddy when you're riding. Some of you actually turn me on while you're riding. I don't think you watch me, but you listen to what I'm saying. That's cool. Others have been watching me while they're doing their exercise bike. So yeah, you do whatever you feel comfortable with. Anyway, I appreciate you guys following along today. We'll do more rides coming up. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I will talk to you guys next time.